Students, I am Aarti Naik. Welcome to ERA Tutorials. Dear students, in today's lecture we are going to learn class 10 English Unit 1 poem first, that is 1.1, where the mind is without fear. Before starting the poem, let us get some information about the poet. This poem is written by Rabindranath Tagore. Where the Mind is Without Fear is a poem written by Rabindranath Tagore before India's independence. The original Bengali poem was published in 1910 collection Gitanjali. In 1920, Rabindranath Tagore translated his collection in English edition. That means first he wrote this poem in Bengali language and later on he only translate his own poem in English. Gitanjali made him win the Nobel Prize in Literature. He was the first non-European to win the Nobel Prize. Rabindranath Tagore is the only known person who has written the national anthem for 3 different countries: India, Bangladesh and Sri Lanka. The poem is one of his vastly read and discussed poem. Tagore lived during the time when India was ruled by British. Besides political freedom for British, Tagore also appeals to God for social, educational and economic freedom for the people of India. Now, this poem is related to the freedom of India, in which Rabindranath Tagore want independent India in which everybody has their mind without any fear. So, in this, before starting the poem, let us start with the warming up. In warming up is necessary before the poem because it gives some ideas or understanding part with the help of this warming up, and because of that it is added in your syllabus, in your textbook. So, first one is humanism. What is meant by humanism? So, humanism is a rationalistic outlook towards humans rather than a divine or supernatural one. That means it is our attitude to look towards each and every people that they all are like us, normal, like human being. That is very important. Next is patriotism. What is meant by patriotism? It is a quality, being patriotic, vigorous support for one's country. That means we love our country and we are feeling very proud about our country, and that is our patriotism. Next is internationalism. Now, what is internationalism? It is a state or process of being international. That means a person when it belonging to another nation. Okay. Next, liberalism. Now, what is meant by liberalism? It is a holding liberal view. Holding liberal view means free mind, open to everyone. That means for everyone the thinking level should be same. It is liberal with freedom. No restriction is there on your thinking. Next is environmentalism. Environmentalism means it is concern about and action aimed at protecting the environment. Now, all these terms are very important before starting this poem, that you will come to know when you will learn the poem. Next, in warming up, types of poems are given. First one is sonnet. Sonnet, it is the type of a poem having 14 lines. Epic, a long poem, often mythical. That means whatever old poems are there, these are, epic can be a book also. For example, Ramayana and Mahabharata. Okay. Next, Limerick. Limerick is a short funny poem with rhyme scheme AABBA, and anybody can make it. It is very easy. If you try, you can also make it. Next is lyric. Lyric is a song like poem. Maximum time we can see the songs of the movies. They have lyric because to make it more entertaining, more interesting, these song like poems are there. Then next is ballad. Ballad is a short story poem with a message. Next is humorous, a poem written just to create humor. That means by reading each and every line you are going to laugh only. Then next is elegy. It is a sad poem lamenting the death of a loved one. So it describes the death of a loved one. Next is idyll. Idyll is a poem set in a picturesque rustic background. That means it describes the description of different things. The next is free verse, a poem without no uniformity or rhyme or rhythm. That means in that not necessary that rhyme scheme should be there, or it is written as a narration only, like narration of the story. Okay. Now with the help of these all types of the poem, let us see here one question is there in your textbook, that taking the help of dictionary or internet, guess and write the type of poem against its description. So now dear friends, we have to read the description and we have to identify the type of poem. A long story poem, often mythical, that is epic. A short story poem with a message, ballad. A poem of 14 lines, sonnet. A song like poem is a lyric. A poem with no uniformity or rhyme or rhythm, etc. Free verse. A poem set in picturesque rustic background, that is idyll. A sad poem lamenting death of loved one, that is a elegy. A 5-line short funny poem with rhyme scheme AABBA, that is limerick, and a poem written just to create humor is humorous. Okay. Now let us see the poem. This poem is very famous poem, and here I am feeling very proud that it is written by an Indian poet, and this is world famous poem. Everywhere, means whenever people want to awaken themselves, want to give strength to themselves, they used to read this poem, and this poem is praised by all the people in this world. Let us see the poem. This is the best creation of Rabindranath Tagore. Where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where knowledge is free. Now, before starting this poem only, I told you that this is the expectations of Rabindranath Tagore. This poem is written before independence, and during that time people were living in threat, people were illiterate, and these people were under the control of British people, and they don't have to describe their own ideas, own thinking, and because of that Rabindranath Tagore was fed up with that atmosphere, and he is praying to God. This poem is a prayer to God, that what Rabindranath Tagore wants from the God. So he wants our country, that is free country, in which where the mind is without fear, that means all people should live in India without any fear, and the head is held high, that means with proud they should live in India, where knowledge is free, knowledge where everybody can get knowledge, no restriction should be kept on getting any knowledge. Okay, where people should stand, means held high with full dignity, means everybody will respect each other. So in first line, Rabindranath Tagore wishes his country to get true freedom, and he describes that what this heaven of freedom is. That means according to him, which type of freedom he want? He want freedom that everybody's mind must be free of the fear, no fear should be there. Then he want that everybody should stand, everybody's head is held high with the dignity, means each and everyone has to respect each other, and where important thing is knowledge is free. This is the important thing, that knowledge is free. Everybody must get knowledge. Everyone should be allowed to acquire knowledge, and people should be united. Next line, where the world has not been broken up into fragments. Now fragments means to cut down in different pieces by narrow domestic walls. Now what is narrow domestic walls? So narrow domestic walls are the thinking, or we can say before the independence, whatever the means whatever caste, religion, means people were divided into all these things, this thing should not be there. Only one religion should be there, and that is humanity. Everybody must have to think of each other, respect each other, and try to help each other. This narrow domestic wall should not be there. So in second stanza, Rabindranath Tagore is expecting that this world, that means he is talking about the India should not be broken up into fragments, and why, with what reason it should not be broken up? By narrow domestic walls. Now when this thinking can be stopped? When all people will get proper education. Only education can change the thinking of people. So here Rabindranath Tagore want that really India should get freedom, but this freedom should be united. Nothing should be divided only because of our narrow thinking, because of our whatever religion, caste, because of that nothing should be break down, and means India should be united. That is the wish of Rabindranath Tagore. Actually this is the prayer. Rabindranath Tagore is urging to God that he want his India. In future India should be like this after getting independence, where the word come out from the depth of truth. So here Rabindranath Tagore want that in any country everything should be without corruption. Everyone must have to speak truth, and everyone must have to admit whatever is going on is correct or wrong, where tireless starving stretches its arm towards perfection. So which type of in free India, which thing he want? First he want that everybody must be true, and when everyone is true, at that time chances of corruptions are less, and he want that the country where people speak the truth sincerely, with the word coming from the depth of their hearts. Everyone should work hard to reach their goal, and they should continuously strive towards perfection. That means nobody has to give up anything, but keep on trying to get perfect nation, where the clear streams of reasons has not lost its way into a dreary desert sand of dead habit. So here poet want to say that he compares logical thinking or the reason to the clear stream, and old traditional rituals and customs that are harmful to the dreary desert sand of dead habit. That means whatever dead habits are there in past, whatever mistakes we have committed, we must have to left it in past only. But in now in independent area, in independent India, everyone is getting free knowledge, and with knowledge their thinking can be changed, and all these harmful things can be kept aside from India. He says that the reasoning ability of people should not be lost or overshadowed by superstitions, belief and prejudice. That means whatever superstitiousness is there in India, whatever prejudices are there, people should not believe in that, because with knowledge they will start thinking with a scientific attitude, and definitely it will give them benefit. Where the mind is led forward by thee. Where the mind is, where means the poet wants the mind of his countrymen to be led forward by Almighty God, so that they broaden their outlook, thoughts and action into ever widening thoughts and action. That means our thinking level should be broad. Our thoughts, our actions should be with proper thinking. Into that heaven of freedom, my Father, let my country awake. So, in last line here, poet is addresses to the God. He is requesting to the God, and he is saying, my Father, to God, that into the heaven of freedom. Into the heaven of freedom means where there is total freedom of good thoughts, good words and good action. Let my country awaken. That means my country should get all these things, and we can start with the fresh, with good thoughts, good words and good actions, so that we can live united forever. And that is the wish of Rabindranath Tagore, and very beautifully he represents his future India, in which he want all these things. And this is really necessary, because for the development of any country, these things are very important. Now, some difficult meanings which we learn from this poem, that means narrow domestic walls, that means division on the basis of religion, caste, class and color in the society between countries of the world. Then tireless starving, that means continuous efforts and struggle. Then stretches its arms, aim at achieving a goal. Dead habit, that means old traditional rituals and customs that are harmful. That means here poet is saying that only the old traditional rituals which are harmful, that we have to live, but which are good, we have to continue with it. Ever widening, forever broadening one's outlook, that means changing your attitude, thinking with the broad view. Heaven of freedom, that means condition of total freedom of good thoughts, good words, good deeds, while respecting those of others. Okay. Now, let us see English workshop. First question is in your notebook. Write down the lines from the poem as a proof for the following. So, Tagore wishes for a nation where people are truthful. So, for that line is given in your poem. You have to find out. For this answer, you have to read the poem, and when you will read poem, you will get reference to these answers. Now, let us see next question. Read the column carefully and match the expressions with their meaning. So, first one is the head is held high. That means a person with self-respect and proud of possessing it. So, for question number 1, answer is C. Narrow domestic walls. Narrow domestic walls means narrow mindedness. For narrow domestic walls, narrow mindedness, narrow thinking is there. So, here you can see. Next is knowledge is free. That means education is given to all. For second answer is D. For third answer is E. Education is given to all. Depth of truth. That means sincerity of heart. Sincerity of heart. Mind is without fear. That means a fearless person. For 5 answer is A. For 4 answer is B. 6. Stretches its arms. That means aim at perfection. For 6, answer is H. Clear stream of reason. Clear stream of reason means clear thinking. So answer is G. For clear stream of reason, answer is G, clear thinking. Dead habits. Dead habit means dried infertile land of sand. Next, ever widening thoughts and action. Ever widening thoughts and action means broadening the outlook and attitude. That is very important for the development of any person or development of the nation. Okay. Now answer the following questions in your own words. How is the world broken into fragments? Why the world is broken into fragments? World is broken into fragments because of the thinking of the people, because of the narrow domestic walls, that is division on the basis of religion, caste, class and color in the society between countries of the world. Because of that the world is broken into fragments. Okay. Explain what the tireless striving should be for. So tireless striving should be for achieving our goal. It is continuous efforts, hard work to achieve our goal. So to achieve our goal, tireless striving should be there. Where come out from the depth of the truth. Explain in your words. Now here that means whatever you speak, it should come out from your heart only. If you are true, whenever you are trying to lie something, at that time your feeling of your hearts and it does not match with your mind, with your brain. But when you are speaking truth, both have good connection, that is your brain and heart have good connection, and it does not disturb you anymore. Who is thee in the poem and what does poet appeal to thee to do? So thee is God, Almighty God. And what does poet appeal to God to do? Poet is appealing, poet is requesting to God to make our country with freedom, in which where the mind is free. Nobody should live there with any fear. Everybody should live respectful life there with dignity by respecting each other. Truthness is there. Always people are trying to achieving their goal with the proper path, and that is all things poet is appealing, requesting to the God. What qualities does the poet wish to inculcate in his countryman? So which qualities he want to inculcate? He want to inculcate the quality of first to broadening thinking, to broad thinking of the human being. That means we should always think good, so that our words will be good and so that our deeds will be good. Also truthfulness is very important in our life. Then continuous efforts, hard work, all these good qualities poet wish to inculcate in his countryman. Now write in your notebook your own response and justify where needed. Is the poem a prayer for India alone? No. Actually, this is prayer, but in this prayer, poet is urging that throughout the world everybody must have this type of atmosphere. Everyone must be truthful, everyone must get respect from their country, must be respect to each other, and all these good things, good thought, good deeds should be everywhere in the world. What should the word we speak reflect? What should the words we speak reflect? If we speak good, definitely it will reflect good. If we speak bad, definitely it will give bad reflection to you. What should people keep on widening? How can it be done? Now, people should keep on widening means how people can change their thoughts. People can change their thoughts by keeping themselves in different condition, and this can be possible if you try to understand others' feeling. If you try to understand, if we are threatening to someone, which kind of feeling is there of that person, if we understand, we never try to threatening someone else. When we are making someone happy, if we try to understand feeling, in that case we need not to try to understand the feelings of that next person, because the same feelings we can feel it. So happiness gives reflection on the both sides. So that thing it can be done by understanding the feelings of others. From what darkness of night should our nation awaken? Our nation should be awakened from the darkness of the thinking. Our thinking should be good if we start thinking properly, and this is only possible with the help of education. What attributes of Rabindranath Tagore does the poem or prayer reflect? In this poem, poet is asking everything for others, and that reflects to us when we ask happiness of others, definitely it comes to us. What effect does the repetition of the word where at the beginning of each line? So where indicates that it gives the correct timing of the poem, and why it is necessary in that timing, that we can understand with the help of this word. Okay. Now remaining all questions maximum are depend on writing skill. For that I will take separate session of writing skill. Now let us see the figures of speech belongs to this poem. Now figures of speech, what is figure of speech? It is an expression that uses word to mean something different from their ordinary meaning. Figure of speech are important part of the poetry. They are used to bring images in our minds. That means with the help of figure of speech we can make images in our mind to make the line musical or to draw our attention. Figure of speeches are used in poem. So in this poem 4 figures of speeches are used, that is metaphor, personification, repetition and alliteration. So metaphor is implied simile, that means where comparison is done but without the words as and like. So here let us see the example from the poem. Where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way, that means clear stream of reasons are compared with the clear thinking. So here comparison is done but without as and like, and that is why it is example of metaphor. Next is personification. In personification, things or even ideas are treated as if they were persons. For example, where tireless stretching stretches its arm. Now here efforts are stretching the arm, efforts are compared with the human being, and here ideas are treated like a person, and that is why it is the example of personification. Repetition. In this poem everywhere word where is repeated. Okay, and that is the example of repetition. Now alliteration. Alliteration, this consists of the repetition of the same letter or syllable at the beginning of 2 or more words. Now here you can say the head is held high. So here head H, held H and high H. So H is repeated 3 times continuously, and that is why it is the example of alliteration. Thank you dear students for attending my lecture sincerely. I hope that everybody might have understood the poem. Please subscribe to my channel to see educational video. Do not forget to click on the bell icon to get update. Thank you.